Hello, my name is Urs Harttung. I'm originally from Switzerland, but I live here in Headford, County Galway for quite a long time. I'm a maker, a designer, an educator. I had a stingy grandfather who never bought anything in the shop, and we always had to recycle and reuse everything he had. So I learned some skills. I'm a trained carpenter, furniture maker and interior designer. An interest for material that is actually used before tells a story. I used tires for flower pots. I make instruments out of tin boxes and old door frames, and I even made this garden shed slash studio out of old pallets. Reusing for me is always solving a problem, and one of the problems is like what they're going to do with pallets. I normally make flower pots out of the leftovers of my pallets, and today I'm going to show you how to make them. What you need is a hammer, you need a saw, a knife and a pallet. Now I have prepared already a little bit. As you can see, this is the under part of a pallet because the rest of the pallets I used from my studio. There's a beautiful inside here where we can fill and then plant flowers or even vegetables, or my favorite, radishes. So here we start. This is a bit long for a windowsill, so we shorten it down by sawing that apart. Okay? Now, problem number one is I have two parts. One makes the flower pot. What am I going to do with this? I either put another block in here and use it like this one, or I can use the lower part just by tearing it off and use it as a bottom. Problem solved. Okay, we need a few nails. I have them from taking the pallets apart. Even if they're a bit rusty, you can put them straight again. Line up the floor. Now we need to fill this in, give a layer like a kind of a fabric-y waterproof layer so we can plant some plants or fruit or flowers in that. What I normally use is a bit of membrane a friend of mine gave to me from a building site. You could use an old raincoat, cut it apart. You could use old shopping bags. You could use a bit of a curtain, whatever is there, whatever is big enough. You don't know how to buy stuff. You just want to use what's there. Just try to make a decent job out of it. The hammer, a saw and staplers is actually always a very good tool to have when you reuse material. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Cut. Now don't worry if you don't get that in one go. If you didn't got that the first time, it is more the doing that is the fun. Make something new out of something that has been used before. You could paint these in any kind of colors you have. You could use wall paints, thin them down a little bit so it goes into the structure. You could use oil paints. You can just sand it a bit and leave it all natural. That's just up to you. You really can use it whatever you want. And you really want to make it waterproof, put a second coat on it, and then afterwards you could use old oil. You could use a bit of wax, or if you have, varnish. Check in your basement or your cellar, in it, wherever you store your paints, if you have some old paints left over. Now I'm going to use here compost out of a bag, but as a good reuser I have a big compost heap in the back of the garden. Very important. And here we go. Your flower box is finished and ready for planting. For more information, go to www.mywaste.ie. I'm sure you find inspiration and good ideas there.